So good afternoon friends. So earlier class we discussed about the uses of dimension analysis method. So by using dimension formulas we can convert the one system of unit to another system of unit, and second one is to check the correctness of given equation, and third one is to derive the equation between the relationship between different quantities. Okay, and after we discuss about the principle of homogeneity, and today we are going to explain limitations of dimension analysis method. Limitations of dimension analysis method. What are the drawbacks of dimensional analysis method? So in the dimension analysis method, by using dimension analysis method, the dimensionless quantities cannot be determined. So dimensionless quantities cannot be determined by using this method. And again, proportional constants. Okay, so proportional constant values also cannot be determined by using dimension method. By the dimension method, we cannot determine the dimensionless quantities values, and again the proportional constant values. Proportional constant values. For example, dimensionless quantity. So angle is the dimensionless quantity. Strain is the dimensionless quantity. Specific gravity is the dimensionless quantity. Such type of quantities cannot be determined by using dimension analysis. And proportional constants. So for example, proportional constant means Planck constant and capital G value. So these proportional constant values also cannot be determined by using dimensional analysis method. And second one is, this method cannot be applied trigonometric functions and the logarithmic functions and exponential functions. So the dimensional analysis method cannot apply to trigonometric functions, logarithmic functions and exponential functions. So trigonometric functions means sine, cos, tan, cot. These are the trigonometric functions. And logarithmic functions, log, x. Okay, the exponential, e power x. So such type of functions cannot be applied by using dimensional analysis method. And third one is, so if a physical quantity, a given physical quantity depend on more than three fundamental quantities. If the physical quantity depend on more than three fundamental quantities. Generally, so the dimension formula can be expressed MLT. So M means mass, length, time. So these are the three fundamental quantities. If the given physical quantity depend on more than three fundamental quantities, at the time the dimension analysis method cannot be applied. Next one is, if an equation contains addition and subtraction, like that, so type of equations cannot be applied dimension analysis method. So if an equation contains addition and subtraction, such type of equations we cannot apply the dimension analysis method. And third one, last one is, in some cases the proportional constant also having some dimension formula, such type of equations cannot derive by using dimensional analysis method. So these are the limitations of dimension analysis method. Okay. Then another topic is significant figures. Significant figures. So the significant figure which is considered reasonably trust and worthy number is called as significant figures. For example, you take one chalk piece. Okay, the length of the chalk piece, you can measure the length of the chalk piece by using meter scale. So the meter scale contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. So okay, like this. So what is the value? So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So what is the length of the chalk piece? The length of the chalk piece is 3 points. 3 is the reliable number. Okay, 3 is the reliable number. And again, so 3.1. Okay, so one digit completed 3.1. So the length is in between 1 and 2. So 3.15. Approximately you can write 3.125. So is a reliable numbers are 3. 1 is a reliable number. Okay, reliable number, and 5 is the approximate number. Approximate number. So these three numbers are called as the significant numbers. In significance number consisting two types of numbers. One is a reliable number and approximate numbers. Okay. So the reliable numbers are reliable number and trust number, worthy numbers are called as the significant numbers. Significant numbers. So generally we can measure the length or breadth or area, whatever it may be. We can measure the values. The value contains two types of numbers, reliable numbers and approximate numbers. So the reliable number, trust number, worthy number is called as a significant number. So the approximate numbers are not considered as a significant numbers, right? So here, for example, if you take pi value 3.1459266 like this. So how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the significant numbers are 10. So if when we are rounding off significant numbers up to 3.14 is the significant numbers. When we are rounding the number up to 5 numbers, 3.1416. Okay. So this is called as the significant numbers. Significant number means when we can measure the value. Okay. So the measured values contains reliability number and trust number and worthy numbers. These all numbers are called as the significant numbers. Significant numbers. So rules of determining the significant numbers. How to determine the significant numbers or significant figures. First one is all the non-zero digits are considered as a significant numbers. So when you measure the value, so all the non-zero digits, for example 1472 centimeters, for example 1472, these are all non-zero numbers. All the non-zero digits are considered as a significant figures. All non-zero digits. And second one is all zeros occurring between non-zero digits. If the zeros are occurring between any two non-zero digits, the zeros also considering significant digits without any regard of the location of decimal point. Okay, for example 104.705, 104.705. So this is a number. How many significant numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this number, significant digits are 6. So the zeros are adjusted between two numbers. So the zeros are considered as a significant numbers. Zeros are considered as a significant digits. Okay. So all zeros occurring between two non-zero digits without any regard to the location of decimal point. If the decimal point is there or not. So without regarding the decimal point if any. So the zeros between two non-zero digits, the zeros are considered as a significant figures. And third one, if the number is less than 1, what happened? For example 0.005 centimeters, this is a 1 length, one the measured value. So if the number is less than 1, in that case all the zeros to the left side of the decimal point and right side of the non-zero digits not considered as a significant digits. So 0.00, these two zeros not considered as significant digits. So left side of the zeros, decimal point is there. So left side of the decimal point, 0 is there. 0 is not considered as a significant figure. And right side of the zeros and left side of the number. So left side of the 5, 2 zeros are there. These 2 zeros are not considered as a significant digits. Okay? If the number is less than 1, in such cases, so the left side of the zeros in a decimal point not considered as a significant digits, and right side of the zeros and left side of the number. So these zeros also not considered as a significant digits. So what is a significant number? 1. Here is only one number is there. 5 is considered as a significant digits. For example, if we take 0.00000560. So in this case, so these all zeros are not considered as a significant digits. Only 5, 6, 3. So how many significant numbers are there? 3 numbers are considered as a significant digits. Okay. If the number is less than 1, so right side of the decimal point zeros and left side of the decimal point zeros not considered as a significant digits. And next one, we got all zeros right side decimal points are considered as a significant figures. For example, if you take 30.00, so how many digits are there here? 5. So 5 digits are considered as a significant figures. 5 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we are taking decimal point here. So right side of the decimal point, the zeros are considered as a significant figures. Right? So the value is started with number. Then after putting one decimal point. So after decimal point, the zeros are considered as a significant digits. Next, all zeros right side of number without decimal points are not considered as a significant digits. For example, like this, 2020. So in 2020, how many digits are there? 4 digits are there. In that, so the last number, 0 number is not considered as a significant digit. It is only 3 digits are called, taken as a significant number. 3 digits are called as significant number. The last number not considered as a significant number. If you put the decimal point, so all the numbers are considered as a significant digit. Without decimal point, the last zeros not considered as a significant digits. Okay. So these are the rules for determining the significant figures. Number 1, all the non-zero digits considered as a significant figures or numbers are one. Next, second one is the zeros between the numbers is considered as a significant numbers. Zeros between the numbers. And next one is if the number is less than 1. So right side of the decimal point zeros and left side of the decimal point zeros not considered as a zeros. If the number is if the value is start from number, so of the right side of the decimal point zeros are considered as a significant digits. Okay. So then without decimal point, the last zeros are not considered as a significant digits. Thank you.